Okay, hey Lori, this is your phase 1 of your ACL rehab. I'm not going to go through things like sets and reps. That's something that we'll communicate over email. I'm just going to go through the exercises and the how-tos and the cues that you need for each exercise. So we're going to start with a straight leg raise. We're going to do this from a reclined position. So leg straight and recline back. Focus on keeping your quad tight, and we're just going to raise it up and down slowly, nice and controlled. Up and down. That is the SLR, or straight leg raise. Next, we're going to move on to the hip series. I'm going to start in a side lying position, and we're going to be, you can bend your top leg back. This one will be working the adductor of your right leg. So keeping the knee bent and this leg straight, I'm going to just raise it up and back down. Straight up, back down. It's important with all of these hip exercises that you try to keep your hips perpendicular to the floor, not let them fall too far back or come too far forward. Again, this is the adduction motion, up and down. We can reverse that to an abduction motion, and this time we'll be moving the top leg. We want to extend this leg back slightly and internally rotate the leg so that the toes point down slightly. From here, we squeeze up until you feel a nice tight contraction of the glute medius, and back down. Up and down slowly. Hip abduction. The last of the hip exercises with your leg straight is going to be hip extensions. So we are going to lie prone with our legs extended straight, and from here we just kind of lift up slightly, really extending the leg, not bending at the knee. Keep the leg extended and back down. Firing the glute, lift the leg and lower slowly. The last one for the hip is clamshell. So we're going to bend the knees in and keep your heels together for this exercise, and open and close. Open and close. Eventually we'll do this with a bit of resistance, where we put the TheraBand around the legs above the knee, and you'll have a little bit of resistance as you open and close. Great. Next, we're going to come to a standing position and move into bodyweight squats. We may need to modify how deep you go with these for a period of time. So starting here and just sinking into a bodyweight squat and back up. Important to make sure that the knees don't extend over the toes. You're really pushing your butt back as if you're sitting in a chair. Down and back up. When we come to the top of the squat, contract the glutes and really work on trying to get into full extension on the affected leg, as long as there's not pain. Good. Moving from squats to a standing hamstring curl. So here in a standing position, you want to make sure you keep your knees at the same level and just squeeze your hamstring till you raise your heel towards your glutes. And back down, curl, and down. Sometimes the knee likes to cheat forward on this exercise. Really make sure you're keeping the knees aligned, engaging the hamstring, and back down. Hamstring and back down. Another standing exercise is going to be the calf raise or the heel raise. These you're familiar with. You're going to just raise up onto your toes, lower slowly, raise onto your toes, raise, lower slowly, raise up and down. Rise up and down. Great. So we have squats and hamstring curls and heel raises. Next, we're going to get back down onto the mat and do glute bridges. So lying in a supine position with your feet about hip width apart, really contracting the glutes to lift your hips towards the ceiling. Hold the contraction for a second and back down slowly. And repeat. Squeeze and back down slowly. All the way up and back down slowly. The last two exercises for this phase are going to be the lateral band walks and the monster walks. You'll do those with the band that we send you secured above the knee. So in a standing position, the lateral walk is just the side step with resistance. Again, the resistance is here above the knee. The monster walk is a forward step with a diagonal direction. Good. Those are the exercises for phase 1.